Okay, so this is Viscera Cleanup Details Santa's Rampage. A sequel spin-offy thing to the original Viscera Cleanup Detail, which I believe I've streamed before. But, yeah. Let's see. Those are fine. Yeah. Okay, so this first level is like a 2-hour job as far as par goes. So I'm not going to be doing the whole thing. Just to establish that right off the bat. Oh, this is going to be the music we're dealing with, is it? Okay. This is very bad readability. But yeah, the plot, such as it is that, you know, Santa went on a killing spree, apparently. And we are cleaning it up. In the tradition of the series. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, do we have better options than this? Because that's... that's a bit more listenable. Okay. Oh, this is a very kind one. The important stuff is like right here at the start. I think I've played this on stream before. Oh wait, this is... Oh, it's just bins. Okay. Well, bins are important, but I really want... Okay, there's buckets. Okay. So... so close. Oh, just getting this fairly soon. So the idea behind this and the original Viscera Cleanup Detail is you want to eventually make everything totally clean. And one of the biggest hazards in that is blood gets everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And if you walk through it, it becomes even more of a problem, because then you're leaving your own bloody footprints everywhere. And you notice in the initial setup stuff there was an option to have a limit on how much that can happen, because it eventually kind of gets to a point where it's like a performance issue. But yeah. Mop gradually makes it less bloody. But the mop itself becomes bloody, and this lighting is bad for telling when it needs to be dunked. You dunk your mop in a bucket. If you kick the bucket will spill, and that's no good for anyone. And eventually the bucket becomes too bloody to clean your mop, and you have to get a new one. And ultimately, you find a lot of biological waste, like these elves here, and you kind of want to, you know, dispose of that. But they're not let you go. Let's get you in the fire. There you go. I'm assuming that counts as the incinerator. I mean, kind of a mess putting that one in there, but it messes. have these random whiskey bottles lying around. That can also go in there. Okay, look at that closer. Not especially. Yeah, it's just kind of like a little setup, really. Okay. Put that away. Where do I go? You okay? A little cough. Messy again. And I am trying to be very careful around this bucket, because if you kick the bucket, it'll spill, and then there's blood everywhere again. And oh, my heater's still. Okay, this Christmas music is actually getting really annoying. I may have to just shut that off entirely. Which is a shame, because like in the original game, the music is actually like pretty good and you want it going, but also the radio like shakes with its own vibrations, and so it gets to be a whole thing. Okay, another one of these. Be properly and safely disposed of. Since I'm right by the fire, let's just toss some more things in there. Gotta get rid of all these shotgun shells. And it's usually good to, when you find these things, pay attention to where you find them. Because, like, Santa in this case, that probably needs dunk. There we go. Santa in this case, presumably, was standing where the shells are scattered, firing presumably at these elves, and those ones there, and there may be bullet holes in the walls behind them that need to be dealt with. Now this is... I cannot pick that up. Yeah, this is the personal ID tag of one of the elves here, which I am going to... Okay, this bucket's had it. I'm going to eventually need to collect all of those and like scan them in to before it happens to everybody to get a perfect score. And I'm just throwing this into the fire directly because it's right there, but what is that? Okay, it's weapon of some kind, apparently. Yes, and for now I'm just kind of like tossing this directly in. Usually, you're not so lucky as to have the fire like in convenient range of everything that you need to get rid of. There we go. Yeah, it's gone. So it's helpful to have like a bin or a bucket and just kind of throw stuff in that temporarily. But again, when you're like right at it, why not? I used to like have the hotkeys to all these like really committed to memory. So like here, for instance, if I had that dirty bucket still, I might just take all these shotgun shells and like throw them in that for convenience. Oh. There's another mess. Table's gonna need washing off. Now, in the normal game, there we go. There's this whole extra step to the cleanup of like all the various crates and stuff that are scattered all over need to be like picked up and nicely sorted back into the appropriate places at the end. This is like maybe good for one more. Yeah, okay. I'm guessing in this version these presents all over the place are going to need to... Oops. Okay, that was a mess. I'm going to need another mop. Or another mop, another... Okay. I should remember the hotkeys. So here's a fun trick, too. If you're very, very careful, we will ignore fluid physics just enough, and you can kind of... No. Okay, well... You can kind of stack these up and, like, have a nice stack of 3 buckets or so, and just kind of bring all those into an area. And really just, like, minimize how often you have to go back. Oof, this is gonna be a pain. All these knives around and such. I want to not smack this into the walls. I want to not like that. Well, it's a little tricky. Sometimes this is why I want a nice bin. Let's see. Did I make more of a mess than that? Oh, yes, I did. The lighting here is actually like just like weirdly hard. Okay. Using a dirty mop just makes things worse. Oh, nice cat pictures. But yeah, the red lighting in here, or orangish lighting, is making it a little tricky to tell when this is soaked. And yeah, one thing I like to do is kind of do the initial pass of like dealing with all of the gore and blood. So that you're not making a further mess by smacking stuff around, and then start sorting things out from there. That's definitely dunk time. Oh, soaked it fast. That bucket's bad. Let me get some more done up here before I get a new one. Now here's where a bin would be nice. Let me just squeeze past here. Hopefully I'm... Oh, I did get into a puddle slightly. What do we have here? A bit more of this. This doesn't feel like a 2-hour job, honestly. Oops. Well, that makes it much worse. Okay. Well, before I trash this bucket, also, like I was saying, it's a nice little container for these. It's kind of a game that like encourages speedrunner efficiency, but then it's still like multi-hours for any given level. I'm assuming these knives are probably considered trash. I know there's some button that okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll get a bin for those. While I'm at it, you... Nice and intact, that makes it easier. Generally speaking. Also, they're tiny, so that helps. Let's see if I can do this properly this time. Oh, you get these sometimes. Just random gory bits come out instead of buckets or bins. No, I probably definitely can't do it, but there we go. That's the trick. So yeah, if I'm super careful, I can now, like, carry 3 buckets around all at once. Just one of those pro tips you get from playing this enough. Okay, that's nice and clean. There was a bit like by the fire from that sloppy bit. There we go. It's much better. And there's kind of a general mess in the stairs still, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. That's me tracking it everywhere. That's gonna need a bin. Got over here. Oh, what? Where did that come from? What did I miss? There's like some subtle, barely perceptible thing like on the stairs there. Just it should work out fine if this is clean already. Hopefully got that. Okay. So stack this up here until I find out where they go. Set this aside for now. Have a nice clear path. You go in this stack. Just move these stools aside for now, I think. Best I can. Let's well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's bin some of this. Let's make a huge mess. I'd like to normally get the bin out of here before I start putting stuff in it. That was kind of careless of me, in fact. I wasn't really expecting to walk right into that, so. I'll have to clean up that bin too, but for now, we got some random elf bits. We can just toss on in there. Nice and organized. It's like a step away. See how neatly they all slide right in there? It's a little... There we go. Oh, that's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna have to find some kind of like elevated thing for that. That can hold more. Yeah, it's not full yet. However, this mess needs dealing with, like, immediately. There we go. Oh, that works out. Kinda. Well, that happened. You know, that's probably good for that bin, honestly. Yeah, I could fit like a bit more in there, but no, strictly need to. I'm assuming these go in here. Yeah, this is where I really need the bin, right? Can we just like, I don't know, put that aside for now. Okay, fresh bin. There we go. Nice and orderly. Just gonna put this up here on this little landing. Oh, well, I don't know that I want to get those tossed out, but like they're on their way now, so. There's gonna be blood everywhere. But there's already enough here that I don't care. You can tell by my like semi-precise movements. I have played this game a bit. I am usually pretty good about like not knocking over my own bins and such. Okay, that's good. And this was couple big chunks, couple less big chunks. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's take a couple steps, get that clean. Okay. See how fast I got ya. And look at that one. Just. Well, that'll be a me in the future problem. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's. Ooh, I see. Just gotta have to shuffle a little bit sometimes. But yeah, that's a little trick that I don't think I've seen played before, is having this little secret corpse under some floorboards. It's neat. Definitely need to like redo my mop. I probably should have brought a bucket stack up here with me, but like the stairs were a bit blocked at the time. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Need to see where I'm going. Okay. Hopefully I didn't just make a huge mess. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. I did make a bit of a huge mess. Okay. That bucket's toast. Did I seriously, like, get blood in the fireplace? That's terrible. This is the one that was, like, hanging off the ceiling there. It is a bit, okay. Weirdly centered, but okay. Top half of that. Should do. Is that in there? Okay. Such a mess. And now normally I would go back upstairs and finish cleaning that up, but I don't want to do like the full cleaning job because, like, again, we only have so much time. Other things I want to get to. I think I've largely proved my point. I do want to see what's in that room though, and I have enough professionalism that I will at least like. Okay, I'm just gonna have to like. Except that fireplace is gonna get bloody as hell, aren't I? Yeah, I do appreciate this being kind of sequel where there's like extra little details, like these stools being really in the way. So I'm trying to be really, really careful with it, but like when you start knocking stuff over, you like cause way more of a mess than you started with. That's definitely unclean. Ugh. Ugh. So apparently this whole, well, I guess series of games now, because this is the second one, started off as a tech demo from somebody who was like really proud of their like dynamic blood decals and wanted to get like FPS games and stuff licensing the tech for it. And I don't know if that ever wound up really being a thing for them, but like there's kind of some compelling gameplay here. In its weirdly horrible way, you know? Ugh. That bucket is toast. You know what? Okay. I officially am not caring, because I'm not doing a real clean job here anyway. Let me just wander around, take in the sights. We got a whole bunch down here. And some reindeer bits I see. Okay, yeah, all over. Like the Weird Al song. Presumably an old German Luger was involved. Okay, so there's the reindeer pen. There's this whole little area. All this on the floor is a mess. I'm sure there's like some present stacking system I have to deal with at some point. But like, yeah, just as I walk around without, oh, can I read these letters? Sure can. Oh no. White supremacist Santas is a terrible concept. Final notice. Urgent. You can see how things went wrong here. That's a hefty bill. Krampus needs bail money. I like all these cat pictures. There's just like good, cute, wholesome cat pictures on the walls. And yeah, okay. Ordering all these explosives, which are gonna be a thing. So yeah, I'm guessing there's like developers' cats, and they're very cute. let's take all those in. And here's the real problem, right? Is like once there are bloody footprints of mine on the floor, and I walk across those, I will start spreading those. Well, not when it's just like one or two, but like when it's like really dense, that's a like legitimate cascading problem. Yeah, it was. Oh, it was down here, I think. Might be some secret thing past that. I don't know, but for argument's sake, we'll say that's that. So I'm just curious. Is this tinsel or word count? Probably not. Okay, so that's where you take the ID cards. That's a whole mess there. More cat pictures, though. Cats and cars. And these hats presumably are considered waste. Got a nice little push broom there. Good to know. Good for like getting elves down off the ceiling. And okay, it's just the gun. Okay. Presumably to be disposed of. Just some cool toys out on the table. Don't know how those are considered, but yeah. So the thing to do is like painstakingly go over here. Don't track bloody footprints everywhere and force yourself into the eternal cycle of having to mop them up again, which gets really bad after a while because they eventually start like forming full-on stains, and it's a whole thing. And just like some carelessness can, you know, really start adding up. And then you get to the point where it's like you got your mop here, your mop here, and then you dump bloody water all over, and then it's like it's a whole thing. And then you go to get your spare buckets, and let me properly make a horrible mess of that. Okay, yeah, this is horribly bloody, and if I dunk it, and I get it all soaked up again. Yeah, that's not even that bloody water. But it's bloody enough that if I carelessly kick that, look what happens. Look at this huge mess. And then I'm walking across that to get back to the bucket dispenser, and it's making more, and it's a whole thing. That's how this series goes. But, like, yeah, if you're, like, painstaking methodical, you get all the horrible gore cleaned up, you get all the random buckets and guns and such cleaned up, and shell casings, and doesn't seem to be a thing here, but usually you have to like take this spot welder and like fix all the bullet holes in the walls, then stack up, I guess in this case, all these presents all nicely somewhere, possibly on these carpets. Yeah, these carpets seem to be color coded accordingly. And then if you do a good job, then when you tag out all of the deceased employees and all that, you do a super good job, then, you know, your hours of... Wow, there's a lot under there. Your hours of work are rewarded with little... Oh, you did a good job. It didn't screw up. But usually you screw up in some way, and, yeah. It's a thing. It's kind of meditative when you know what you're doing properly.